Good morning, rise and shine. How is everyone doing on this Wednesday hump day? I hope that everyone had an amazing day yesterday. But today is a new day. Today is a new day, new opportunities, new time to make better decisions, choices, anything that you said you were going to do that you didn't do yesterday. Listen, today is a new day. Let's go today. Let's go. What do you want to do? Oh, yes. And today's lip gloss, before I forget, of the day is the Glowy Peptide Strawberry. And that feels so good. Packed with vitamin E. There you go. That is the lip gloss of the day. I love these. I love to carry these. Just throw these in my purse. And they feel oh so good. There you go. All right. So. Good morning. Yes. Good morning. I am getting ready for my morning fitness workouts. We're doing a kettlebell workout with my queens on Zoom. But every time before I start workout, I always come on here and try to get everyone else moving. Like moving your body, because that is so very important. Moving your body is so very important. Why not do it with a fitness group? Why not do it first thing in the morning before you take on your day? Why not do that? Why not do that when you can, or if you can? First thing you do, take care of yourself while everyone else is sleeping. That's what I love most about it. I love that I can get up and it's quiet and it's time. This is the time I really spend with myself before I join the group. Well, I'm up a little bit earlier anyway before I actually get on here. I'm up a little bit earlier, centering myself, giving thanks, getting ready in silence. That's what I like. And then I get on here, try to encourage and get people to move their bodies. Good morning, Miss Camilla. Yes, we got to get you to join one of our morning lives, our morning Zoom workouts. Got to get you to join so you can see how it is. See how everything is. All right? I'm getting my Wake and Glow ready so that I can have all the energy needed for this fire kettlebell workout that we're about to do. Because your health is absolutely your wealth, and you want to feel good from the inside out. Right? Because the misconception that people sometimes have. Good morning, sis. You coming on the live? The misconception that some people have is when they see someone and they see that they look good, they're like, oh, she's healthy. Or, oh, he's healthy. And that's not necessarily the case. Right? That's not necessarily the case. And we're wondering why we look at people and they're like, oh, he was so beautiful. How did he pass away so young? Or how did he get so sick? Because people are visual creatures, right? People, good morning, sis, you getting on? People are visual creatures. And right away they think, oh, this person is healthy, or oh, this person have it all. And health doesn't have a look. And that's what I want to come to get across to people. When you're healthy does not have a look, right? Just because you're small or you're a certain weight, that does not mean you're healthy. Good morning, sis. You have somebody who's bigger and way healthier than someone who's small. So that's why I'm going to tell you, being healthy does not have a look. That's a myth. That's a misconception. right? But you do want to move your body in order to, everybody wants to better their appearance. Like I mean, I also want to better my appearance. But when you do start bettering your appearance from the inside out, you begin to look better, feel and feel better is the thing, right? Feeling better is the thing.
Feeling better.
So yeah, feeling better is the thing. And I had that conversation with someone before yesterday about how this person was so healthy. It doesn't matter what field you in, it doesn't matter what your career path is. It's just it's about moving your body, being healthy, getting the right nutrients in your body, and dealing with stress. How to cope with stress, because stress can be the number one killer no matter, even if you're healthy. If you don't know how to properly deal with stress, stress can be the killer. Like, that's why it's so important to have people who are truly, truly there for you in your corner, right? People who truly, genuinely care for you, right? In your corner, where you're constantly communicating with those people, being around those people, making sure you move your body, because when you move your body, it does help with your mindset, right, sis?
Yep, it sure does. And having somebody in your corner helps,
Yes, it absolutely does.
especially to get the ball rolling.
hmm Yep, to get the ball rolling and knowing you're not the only one, right?
Yes,
Because we
yes,
all deal with and go through things. You only see what we show, right? What's on the surface, right? But you don't see like every day how somebody is living every day. You don't see the amount of work that really, really go behind the scenes. That really,
yeah,
really happens, right? And what you have to do and deal with, right? So I always say, to be quite honest, I always say everything is really relative, right? People show you what they want to show you, right?
yeah,
They don't show you everything. They really don't. And then you wonder, like, what happened? When stuff happens or somebody becomes ill, because sometimes it's the pressure too. Sometimes it's the stress, and you got to know how to release that. You got to know how to release that. So, and me too. It's a everyday journey. It's one day at a time, and knowing that, okay, this is how I'm feeling, recognizing and honoring like how you are presently feeling, going through those feelings, like really going through those feelings, and being able to have an outlet to release those feelings, right? And that
basically.
outlet for me is fitness, which is a positive outlet because it helps, moving your body helps release endorphins to help you feel better and help you feel good, right? So that, on top of God, on top of reading um, my Bible, on top of journaling, all of that are major. They are all factors that play into being able to cope and deal with stress, right? And the reason why I can talk about it is because I do it every day. Like I do it. It's an everyday thing that you have to do. And I find out sometimes when I don't, because we're not perfect, and sometimes I don't. Let's be real. Sometimes I don't do it every day. I don't meditate every day. I don't. I'm not in my Bible every day. I'm not mindset, like working on my mindset every day. And when I don't, everything feels a little different. When I'm not including I include my fitness because that's just something that I know I'm going to do and I must do. And what I realize is when I am faced with adversity, I normally don't stop fitness. I go harder. I go harder to release and to build. And sometimes when I'm working out and I'm by myself and I'm crying, like, you got to release in some kind of way that helps you, right?
Yeah,
How do you release this?
Um, hanging in there. I think, child, I don't know. I'm doing good though. I'm doing
Yeah.
good. Can't wait for this retreat. Getting
Uh-huh.
ready, getting ready, and everything she's talking about is true. The depression, the worries, the everything. And it's like you think it's going away, but it's not. Just take your time, move your body, and just be positive.
Yes. You
And
got to
get
be around
ready.
the right people too, right?
Yeah,
Mhm.
honestly, because yeah,
I'm telling you, people who are constantly negative and constantly talking negative, you're going to start being negative and start talking negative and saying, "Oh, this is why this is happening," and nothing ever works out for me. When you start getting that, feeling that way, your
hmm
mind going to go to that. We're almost like, and your mind is going to find a way to make you feel better. Like find a way to say, you know what, nothing really works out for me. Nothing works out for me, so I'm going to show you why things don't work out. All you're going to see is what's not working. So what you focus on is what you get, right? So you got to change that mindset and be like, yes, I'm looking forward to today. Today is a great, day. And it sounds corny or whatever you want to say, but it worked. Like it works. You have to have a positive mindset. You have to uh, think think the best. And I'm not saying that is the end all be all. No, but that's the start. And it absolutely helps when you have a positive mindset and when you are around people who are not
and
complainers.
yeah, because you think
Mm-hmm.
sometimes you think you could do it alone or whatever. You don't want to be around people like me, but you gotta step out there to want to get better, even if don't nobody approach you. Just know that it's life, and we all want to stay healthy. It don't matter what size your body is, you still should stay mobile.
Mm-hmm. And move your body because
Yes.
health is not about your size. I know a lot of people who are small and they are not healthy at
Not
all.
healthy at all.
And people wonder like, well, how did that person? So it's a lot of different factors, and then with our genetics too, depending on what your
Yeah.
family is prone to, we have a lot of stuff in our family when it comes to um, unhealthiness, when it comes to diabetes, when it comes to heart failure, high blood pressure. We have all of that in our family. Mental health. We have so much of that in our family, and I know that. My grandmother died of Alzheimer's. I know that, and that was one of my fears. Like I don't want to,
Yeah.
get to a point
That's a
where I don't
fear.
know what I'm doing, or I get lost. No. So again, I want to do what I need to do to prevent what I can prevent. You know, so that's why I'm so adamant about this because I know how that can rip a family apart. I know how it can rip a person apart when when your health is not where it should be. Like because when your health is not where it should be, your mindset starts going. Because I remember it after I gave birth to Jazzy, and I was like post, I was postpartum depression. I was, and I didn't even realize it, but I was. I wasn't moving my body. I didn't like the way I looked. I was the heaviest I've ever been. And that messed with my mind, and that's real. Like, and that's why I can talk about it. I was 40 years old, and I felt like that I couldn't, that my body would never get to the way it was, and not just body, but health wise. I felt like my health was declining because of my mindset. I just didn't feel good about who I was, what I looked like. I did not at all. And then one day, we were on vacation, and After that vacation, I looked at one of these pictures and I was like, oh, I didn't even recognize the person in that picture. I was like, that is not me. That is not me because I'm used to seeing me looking fit, looking out. I just did not look like myself, not just physically, but in my eyes, I did not look good at all. And I was like, man, there's something's going to have to change. And that's when I made a decision to get myself, pick myself back up. You have to make a decision. Nobody can make it for you. You have to make the decision to pick yourself back up. That's why I'm always on here, talking about getting up, move your body. But I can't force anybody to do anything. That's not what I'm here to do. I'm here to just present the opportunity. And if you choose to take it, you got to look at yourself in the mirror and ask yourself, do you like the person who's looking back at you? And not just physically, but in your eyes, are you genuinely happy? And sometimes people aren't genuinely happy because they know that they're not healthy, they're not moving their body, they know they're not doing some things, and they know it's messing with their mind because they're constantly thinking about, oh, what if this happens to me? Or am I healthy? Because I know when I think about that stuff, it does not put me in a good mood at all. You
Yeah.
know, right?
Yeah, it don't. It don't.
So again, this is real talk, serious talk. Sometimes you got to step up and buck up. Some people, do, want to put it off and be like, oh, that's too much, or I can't do this, or just not really, really taking control of your life, right? So I would say, go look at yourself in the mirror physically. Ask yourself, do you like what you see? Look at your eyes. Ask, do you really like the person you're looking back at? Because a lot of times, especially if you're always negative, most of the time you don't like the person who's looking back at you,
Yeah.
right? And that's the problem. That's the problem. So again, the link will be, you don't even have to talk to me. You really don't. If you're shy and you're like, oh, I feel nervous or I don't want to, trust me, I'm not the most extroverted person. I'm really an introvert. Let's be real. I am. I'm really an introvert, but I love and I'm passionate about what I do, which makes me an extrovert sometimes. But I'm really not. I'm really an introvert. I really am. I'm really not that. Oh, I'm really not. And I like my quiet times. I like my walks and all that stuff. But again, I'll have the link here soon on this live that you can click on if you want to join my monthly subscription, join the channel, join the lives, my Zoom workouts that we're about to do right now. You don't even have to talk to me. If you don't even want to put your camera on, you don't have to. It start with moving your body. And then eventually you'll get comfortable. And then you're like,
Mm-hmm.
okay. And then I'll talk to you. I'll call you, ask how you're doing personally, one on one. And so you can kind of get to know. I'm 48 years old. I'm a mom of five. My sister, how old are you?
52.
52. Listen, before she joined my workouts, I kind of made her. I kind of volunteered her. Before this, let me just be real honest. Before this, my sister and I, we weren't that close because I live 3.5 hours away, and a lot of times when life happens, you keep going, and you're like, dang, I didn't talk to my sister in 6 months. Dang, I ain't talked to her in a year. And time just flies and it just
Time
happens,
just
and that's
go.
not good. And I just called her one day. I was like, come on, sis, you want to join this program? She was like, what? And I didn't even realize during that time that she was going through a depression. I didn't know
Yeah,
because I
nobody
didn't,
knew.
yeah,
No.
I didn't know, but I know it was something because I know my sister, right? I knew it was
Yeah.
something. And then since she joined, and she's not a morning person either, but she became one. She made herself, and then since that, that was history,
Yeah,
right? That was
basically.
history. Good morning,
And
Marisha.
I wasn't forced. It was just
No. Good
it was
morning.
to me it was God, honestly.
Yeah,
I just
absolutely.
honestly think it was God because of the timing and where my mind where I was at. And I told her from the beginning, I'm like, workout. No, no, no. I
Yes.
don't do it.
Yep. You
But
sure did.
it took a minute,
Yes.
but I'm on board.
Yep. So I'm about to get them on right now. Good morning, Marisha. I'm about to get off
All
this
right.
live
See
and we're about
y'all.
to head over to our workout. And again, if you want to join us and you're like, enough is enough, look, join us. And we have some live workouts 3 times a week, and other ones you can do on your own. You can't even do the lives on your own. You don't even have to. I have people who they do the pre-recorded lives after it's posted because of their time schedule. I have some people, two people in California. They'll do it later, later, like when they wake up. So you don't necessarily have to do it.
All right. See
You
y'all.
can do it at any time. But you can click over here. Um, and like I have some people, I do the lives, but again, you don't have to do the live. You can do the pre-recorded ones. So if you want to be a part of our group, just click on the link that I will post then after my live, after my workout. And then you can go ahead and it's a monthly subscription that you can cancel at any time. Pay that monthly subscription. And then join us and just see where it will take you. Right? All right. Until next time, enjoy your day. Remember, health is both. Happy hump day. Peace.